everybody. So today we're going to try Jack O Latte from O'Fallon Brewery, right? Yeah, brewery. This is 5.9% ABV, malt beverage brewed with pumpkin and natural flavors. Pumpkin coffee milk stout is what is on the can. I was thinking I had this before and I haven't. Usually we do try and pick up O'Fallon beers, and just over the years of reviewing beers, I would have thought I would have picked this up, but maybe this is new. $2.89. I did pick this up at Megabev. I'm not going to read the back. Let's go ahead and get into this and see what we get. Then we'll take a look at the back. See if there's a date on there. No date. This has probably been sitting out about 20-30 minutes. So depending on how you like your stouts, you might want it to warm up just a little bit more. But for me, if you go to a brewery and get this, or to a pub, you're going to get it cold. Not much of a head. Maybe that coffee, if they're using real beans, the oil from the coffee is killing the head. Light chocolate colored head, dissipating quickly, not even a quarter finger of head. For the color, I would say dark brown in color, not a stout. You guys, let's see if it'll focus. There we go. You guys are seeing it pretty dark. I do have brown from like here down. I mean, obviously this glass does curve, but I would call that dark brown, not black in color. If they did do a milk stout and put cold brewed coffee in there, I could see that lightening it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and smell though. I don't want to say like a burnt roasted coffee, almost burnt roasted coffee. There's something else coming through there. I mean, it should have like lactose in it for a milk stout. I think it's the pumpkin spice, right? Didn't it say with pumpkin and natural flavors? Dang it, I didn't want to read the back. I don't know what natural flavors are. Because pumpkin, to me, if you're going to brew with it, it's not really coming off as pumpkin. If you cook pumpkin and ate it, it's going to be like a yam. Usually yam is in place of pumpkin because you can get yams before you can get pumpkins. So when they brew beer, they use yams. So really, pumpkin spice is just a thing. Yeah, I get that dark, almost burnt roasted coffee. Maybe that pumpkin spice is in there. It almost smells like it's smoked. Like there's a smokiness to it. Unless we taste it and it's sweet and it's just something like that coffee, that almost burnt coffee mixed with lactose is coming through. It doesn't smell that sweet though. I don't know. Let's go ahead and taste. It must be the coffee mixed with that pumpkin spice. First taste, all I got was pumpkin spice. Second taste, that coffee, that bitter coffee, dark roasted, almost burnt coffee is coming through. Then you kind of get that pumpkin spice with a lot of bitterness in the back end. Perceived bitterness 40 on a stout. It's not too bad. Usually stouts are going to have more bitterness than some IPAs just to help balance it out. It's almost like a dark roast coffee, very light up front, Then it kind of mixes with that pumpkin spice. You get that. As it goes down, they kind of come together. It's not... Milk Stout should be thick, should have lactose sweetness in it. I mean, you can almost, if you took all the hops out of like a milkshake IPA and you had a Milk Stout, it's kind of the same thing, just different malts. You're still adding, at least in my opinion, you're still adding the lactose to add that sweetness, that vanilla, to make it a Milk Stout, just like you are in a milkshake IPA. This seems like it's overpowered. It's not... It's like they used a lot of cold brewed coffee and poured it in there, and it turned it more into a porter. On this one, I'm going to have to go with 3 out of 5. I don't understand it. The body is a little thicker than a porter. I don't think it's up to a stout. The coffee doesn't come through as like a coffee stout. Then you don't have the Milk Stout base, at least in my opinion. Then you're throwing pumpkin spices in there, which I think the coffee kind of overpowers those spices, so you don't get them that much like you would in some of the other pumpkin spice beers that we'll get around now, September to October. So yeah, on this one, 3 out of 5. Let's go ahead and check Untapped. I didn't look it up, so 1 second. Okay, I'm back. One of my friends have had it, 3 out of 5. 4.3K people have seen it, so a little over 4,000 people. 3.69. Coffee, creamy, smooth, sweet, dark is the style guidelines for this. And yeah, let me change it to all real quick just to see if anybody said anything about it. Pretty good coffee, sweet. I don't think it's that sweet. And that is it. Yeah, so if you're into pumpkin beers, pick one up just to try it. Price is right. But I wouldn't get overly excited for this one. So if you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.